Okay.
appropriate for the
One,
occasion.
two, 1, 2. Are we live? Eagle Nick, are you there? Eagle Nick? Audits. All right, let me stop. Good evening, everyone. This is a special live stream we are doing from our end. Hopefully everyone's having a fantastic Saturday, or our friends on the other side of the pond are having a lovely early Sunday morning. We are here live with our pal Jamar. Jamar, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am great. We also have a couple of friends of the channel, Exposé, David are here. Good evening, fellas. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
So this is a stream that we've actually been looking forward to doing because, as you can see by the title, someone very familiar to all of us doing what he likes to do. Our pal ELY in the live. I guess in the how would you? Exposé, what would you say? In the wild, in the flesh, in the you're better with the snarky terms than I am. What would you say?
What would I say about Eli?
ELY, yeah.
Yeah, wow, my God. What can I say about Eli? He's the people guy, man. That's all you can say about him. Yeah.
So for a little bit of context, we have our friend Jamar on panel tonight because Jamar has experienced ELY in person. And actually,
Will, before we get to that, Eli made the front page of the Daily Telegraph. You might want to check that out.
Whoa, look at this. Hold on. Breaking news from the Daily Telegraph. ELY seeks rabies shots. They don't work.
Eli continues to drool uncontrollably and scream at inanimate objects.
The way he carries himself in public, like, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So first off, I guess my big question, first off, Jamar, if you don't mind, just tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do work, where you work. I mean, I don't have to get too specific, but yeah, the context would be great to know, like, how you came across ELY in the first place.
Sure. So I, of course, my name is Jamar. I gave out my whole name clearly on that video.
Right.
But I work in the city of Poughkeepsie. I am the city chamberlain, is what we call our city clerk. So I am the clerk to the common council. You know, I hold all the records for the city, all our vital records. But yeah, I encountered ELY totally by accident. I happened to be leaving my office to head to a meeting with the mayor, and I heard someone screaming. So our city hall is separated into two sections. You have the city court, which is its own area, and then on the opposite side is city hall, which is my area, finance and everything. So I came out and I just heard someone screaming at the top of their lungs while I was standing at the elevators. And usually I wouldn't interfere because I just figured the police get yelled at all the time. So I usually would just mind my business. But I saw that they had cameras and I didn't want the police to get like into one of those issues. Like what happened, I didn't want them to have like bad press, kind of, I guess.
Right. So
I kind of walked over just to like diffuse the situation. And that's when you saw the video. That's where everything starts for me. I am one of those people who will interfere even like outside of work. It's probably a really bad habit of mine. Like if I see someone arguing on, in public, I'm probably going to stop them, try to figure out what's going on, try to make the peace.
That's just really my situation.
Exactly. That's really my personality. So I was just doing what I normally do when I'm in situations like that, or when I encounter situations like that. I really was just there to diffuse the situation.
Cool.
But Eli's new. That had been the first time I think he had been in Poughkeepsie City Hall. That's the first time I've ever seen him. We get First Amendment auditors all the time. And I do want to make it clear, I am a staunch defender of the First Amendment. I do not believe in, interfering on people's rights. But I'm a staunch believer in decorum. And the way that those guys behave were just out of the norm of what we see from First Amendment auditors in City Hall. So that's really why I stepped in. That was out of the norm.
That's great because this is exactly what we always say, man. It's we believe in the First Amendment. Obviously, freedom of speech so important, but don't act like an animal. Like that's it,
And if you watch like our channel, like my channel, like Exposé and I, we do a stream once a week every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern. We're between 6 and 6:30. But we make it clear every week. People think that our channels are anti-government or anti First Amendment rights or we're pro-police, whatever. That's not the case.
Oh my God.
I make it clear. So, Exposer, myself, David, we're all professionals. We all have education. I work as a paralegal in a small law firm. I have a bachelor's in criminal justice. I'm all about, being lawful and handling things appropriately. And if need be, if government needs to be held accountable, do it in the proper way. But like in the video, going around screaming and hollering, acting like a toddler, having a temper tantrum for no reason, and you even say in the video, while people are trying to work, it's unnecessary and it accomplishes nothing.
Yeah,
all it does is create controversy and get reactions out of people, which unfortunately there is a market for in our society. People like seeing that. It's the unfortunate thing. But
I'm curious about something. I have a question, Jamal. This is David. Sorry. I'm just curious. Oh, by the way, my mom grew up in Poughkeepsie, just as an aside.
Oh, nice. Okay.
What was your when we first saw him and her? I guess with him, it's here. First heard him, not see him. What was your first reaction? What do you think? I mean, what was your first gut reaction to this?
I honestly didn't know what was going on because I just saw them like the back of them, and I saw them jumping up and down. Like Eli was literally jumping up and
like
down.
A kangaroo.
Like it was like jarring. I've never seen that before. So I didn't see the cameras until like they turned to the side. So I didn't know that they were recording anything. And also in my mind, I was looking at myself, not to be, and this is serious, not to be funny, but I kept looking at myself like, how am I dressed? Like, is this a good time to like step in? Because I didn't want to get on camera and look crazy. So I always had to like check. Exactly, I had to check myself before because it took me like 5 minutes to step in, and I was just like, what do I do? What do I do? But literally, once he started jumping up and down like a 2-year-old, I was like, okay, let me diffuse this. This is stupid. I've dealt with these people before. I can diffuse this. I literally thought it was going to be one of those situations. I was going to be able to take them over to like my area, try to appease them, give them whatever footage they needed, and then they would have left. But literally, it didn't happen that way.
Right. If you don't mind, briefly, what I like to, Lorez, I'm going to be watching that later. Trust me. 10 years old sometimes. If you don't mind, I want to start with the video where I actually found it. And this is actually where I said, personally, let me reach out to this guy. So hopefully everyone can see this. Hopefully it doesn't lag. But this is the video on Instagram where it shows Eli acting a fool. So everyone we're going to watch the video in full to see the before and after context. But this is the video
really crazy to me that this is.
It kind of blew up. It kind of blew up on Instagram. And they, when these guys put their videos out on their channels, people are like supporting, like, yeah, freedom, First Amendment rights. The comment section is clowning this guy. Let's just have a look at the video. Oops.
In your business.
I'm not a bro. I'm really trying to help you guys, but
we don't need your help right now.
Very inappropriate.
We don't need your help right now.
How can you expect someone to help you and you guys are yelling and screaming?
Go back to work. Go back to work. Go back to work. Go back to work.
How can we help?
This isn't your job. This isn't your job.
You're screaming and yelling. How can we help you?
I'm gonna talk to you in a minute, bro.
But see how you're calming down?
Listen, I speak like that. Relax.
No, you're screaming again.
I don't want to talk to you right now, bro.
You're talking though.
Move away from my lens. How about that?
How about you leave City Hall and stop acting a fool?
Oh,
that might be easier.
I'm working on a story.
I look very great on camera. I hope you guys know that the story can be as write whatever story you want.
That's good for you. That's good for you. Nobody asked.
Extremely inappropriate for
Jamar
Cummings.
City clerk.
City clerk. City of
What's your email address? What's the email?
jcummings@cityofpoughkeepsie.com.
Thank you. Okay, you're next. You're next. Give me a second. Let me finish over here. Can I finish with that?
Yeah, no.
You're gonna interrupt me.
I am.
Why?
Because you're acting ignorant.
Can you not interrupt my job, please?
This is not a job.
This is my duty.
This sounds like a hobby.
It doesn't matter what it sounds like to you. It's not up to you, bro.
Okay.
I see you.
Yeah, I'm sorry if it was
Damn
laggy,
dunk right there.
but
man,
I love
wow.
that is the definition of how you handle someone like this. And just briefly look at the comments. I chuckle at the comments. If you look, my credit score went down from watching these. Every office needs a Jamar. Notice how he speaks like a normal person and not an ignorant. So like I do have a question though, because what happens a lot of time is when these auditors get these they get the employees' names. the employees get a lot of backlash in their videos. Like, you put out your information. Did anyone ever send you like an email or an angry phone call, complaining about how you acted?
So this happened in January, this video. Honestly, I was at church, and I usually check my emails. It was like a Wednesday night. I was at Bible class, and I usually check my emails after work. And I saw someone email me saying like, "You're a disgrace," and I'm like, "What is this?" And then I see another email come out, and I'm like, "Where are these emails?" And then finally, I see one that was sent to the mayor, sent to myself, basically telling me I need to be fired. So in the beginning, yes, I did get like a few, maybe like honestly a handful, maybe like 5 or 6. They were funny though. I laughed at them mainly because the mayor didn't. She was actually super proud of the way we handled the situation. Me, she wasn't as impressed with the police, but she was proud of the way I handled the situation. So I wasn't really concerned. But in the beginning, yeah, I had like maybe like 5 idiots from YouTube who were like emailing me stupid things, calling me, homophobic stuff. But beyond that, it was not a big deal.
Wow.
And here's, and if you think about it, in the video, what did you do other than, if anything, demonstrate your constitutional rights? If you think about it, all because you have a differencing of opinion doesn't mean that it justifies people saying you should be fired, calling someone homophobic slurs. That's where is the, like, why is that even a thing?
Those type of people, though, I don't mind. Those type of people, you just gotta let go.
Solipsistic little twerp. That's why.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Totally. So yeah, I mean, I just think it's great that.
So is this their shtick? Is this what they? So they don't? Are they actual First Amendment auditors, or because?
That's a great question.
The backstory.
No.
I came in the next day after the situation happened. I had to go into a meeting with the mayor, and it was around 3:00. So the courts ended up closing by the end of the day. So I didn't get to talk to the police officers until the next day to find out what exactly happened. So when I asked them, I'm like, "What caused all this?" And they were like, "Well, they walked up to us and they asked us to speak to a judge about their case." And we told them that's not how it works. So you have a lawyer for that. Your lawyer should be reaching out to the courts, and that's how this works. You don't just come to City Hall demanding to speak. But I've never seen a First Amendment auditor come to City Hall demanding to. They usually just come to our office with their cameras, waiting for someone to tell them to stop recording. And that's how the confrontation starts. These guys literally came in knowing that they weren't going to get what they wanted. So they were going to cause us. They had no intention of being like auditors.
Most of the time, it's exactly what you just said. They just show up and wait with a camera, and they just wait for the reaction to happen. ELY is another type of animal. ELY is jumping in it, and he just like bite everything he can. So but it's the same. It's the same pattern. The idea is to show up with a camera. Just a second, Will. Is to show up with a camera somewhere, create a reaction, and pretend that the reaction is exaggerated. Over. It's over the top because of the First Amendment, and it's a prank, hiding behind the First Amendment. That's what it is.
Right.
Yeah, clearly.
And if you watch if you know the background behind a lot of these guys will be out filming for hours at a time, but they only upload 10-minute videos because they're not out actually filming their positive interactions with members of the government, citizens, police. They wait for that one moment where they push and push and push, and someone reacts poorly. And they use that tidbit to say, oh, the government's corrupt. Look at how this government official acted, blah, blah, blah. And it's nonsense, because if you watch some of the videos, they'll say to like the police, they'll go and antagonize the police will respond appropriately, and they'll say, hey, de-escalate, be professional. And it's like, how can the police or these employees de-escalate a situation that the auditor intentionally is escalating? That's just not how it works.
It's ridiculous.
So I hate to say that they turned something that could actually be positive in our society and destroyed it, but the unfortunate thing is, yes, they completely destroyed the concept of auditing itself, where no one takes it seriously.
Yeah, but it's still a thing. I mean, there's a lot of group and organism and that fight for the preserve, for the right. So they're completely useless. They're like actual serious people doing that. Those people, they all have a criminal history. You know what I mean? They're all criminals. They all have something in their past that
Yeah,
make
Jamal,
them
you may
do
not be
this
aware of
because
that,
they have
but like
nothing else to do.
90% of these guys have 99%.
Yeah, and it's not like a cute criminal story. It's not just like smoking weed at 16. It's always some domestic abuser and stuff
Serious
like that.
stuff.
It's not. They're not nice. They're not nice
I
at
don't know
all.
if ELY does or not. Does anyone know if ELY has a criminal record?
Oh, I posted it on my channel. He has an extensive criminal record in the state of New York and in the state of Pennsylvania. I didn't know about Pennsylvania, so I actually researched it. So totally.
There's a guy, There's a guy who comes more often than anyone else. I think his channel is The Good Guy Activist.
David!
Oh
Creepy
my
David!
god!
Yeah.
Thank you, David.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's another one.
god!
So
Yeah.
he's come to City Hall a bunch.
And I think Creepy David and Eli used to run together, didn't they?
They had some falling
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Okay, so he
That's all they do.
likes
That's
our
all they do.
office. He likes our office. He's nice when he usually comes. He likes the old clerk. She thinks she's cute or whatever, so he's usually nice to us.
So he said he thinks the old clerk is cute.
I will say that he does a First Amendment audit. Like what he does is not come to City Hall to rebel rouse. At least what I've seen him when he comes to Poughkeepsie. It's just a lot of times it's people who are untrained and don't know that people have the right to record, and then he does what he's hired to do, I guess. But
here's the thing with good guy activism. He's an antagonist in a different respect. Eli gets loud.
Mm-hmm.
David will.
He's condescending.
Well, he's condescending, yes, but then he'll go above and beyond to make people uncomfortable. If people are comfortable around him, I don't see him returning to those buildings. Like the police, while the police are working, he'll go up and stand right behind them and like zoom in on them. Or if they're working in their cars, he'll put the camera right up to the window and press on it, just to antagonize them. And then when the officers ask him, like, "What are you doing?" He just wants to just stand there and whatever. And he likes trespassing on property that he's been banned from. So, it goes back to, again, what these auditors do, like for hours a day, and what they actually put on their channels. So
Right.
He might be
But if you
called.
want
I'm sorry.
I was about to say sorry. I didn't want to cut you. If you want to
No,
see
go
the real good guy activism, it's when he interact with cops.
Mhm.
That's where he's very brash, very in their face. Try to create something. Try to get some frivolous lawsuit or whatever. But then he has the other side when he just walk around, just peacefully. So it's he create a situation when it's time to do it. But they made their money by live streaming themselves, walking around in New York all day,
And I'm not sure how
hoping
much
for that
of
moment.
Eli's thing is I'm not sure how much of Eli's thing is an act, and how much of it is actually him. But that guy's a mad dog. He really is.
Yeah. He fight in the street with people.
Oh, hold on.
He seems a little unhinged. He seems very unhinged. I just didn't. Seems very. If you notice in the video how he calms down and then just goes right back into rage, and it's like this guy is unhinged.
I don't want anybody to get hurt. I don't want anybody to get in trouble or go to jail. I mean, I'm where you are as far as Wednesday nights and Sundays and other places. As a person of faith, I want everybody to be forgiven and get better and have a better life. But Eli makes it hard sometimes. People like that makes it really hard to, do the right thing. I don't know. That guy I've never understood him. I don't know where all that anger comes from.
So I would like to know the aftermath, like when he was gone and everything. What was the conversation
Right.
between
Yeah,
you
good
guys?
question.
Honestly, I didn't end up seeing anyone after because.
Or the next day or something.
So the next day, so maybe 2 days later, the video goes up on YouTube, and that's when like all of City Hall is like talking about it. I mean, it was good reactions. People were pretty just. I'm not sure if you guys watched the full video on YouTube.
I do want to play it for a bit.
Okay, yeah. So
Let's just. I just want to go for it.
There were mixed reactions. Some people were disappointed. People were disappointed in how the court officers responded.
I agree.
But yeah, but beyond that, like I got some good reactions. People from City Hall were pretty proud, mainly because they don't know how to react to people like this. Like, and they get nervous and scared and clam up.
Yeah.
I'm one to, when it comes to like confrontation, I'll go head on with you. Like I'm not one to back down. Mainly,
You're in New York,
I just,
so
I'm in New York. I'm kind of fearless when it
exactly.
comes to that.
Yeah.
I honestly, I started my political career, protesting against a city council member who was drunk driving and hit a girl that I know, right? And I started, protesting outside of her house to get her to resign, outside of her job. I'm one of those type of people. I will, speak truth to power. So like I said, I'm always here for people who want to address their government, speak truth to power. But you got to do it orderly. You got to do it in a way that is going to be received properly. And those guys, the way that everyone in City Hall reacted, now when they come, no one's going to respect them. Like, no one's going to even want to have a conversation with them, even like a nice conversation. Like, at least when good guy activists come to City Hall now, like, he might not get the footage he wants, but he leaves with a pleasant experience because everyone knows him now. We know what to do. These other guys, we're not. I don't know how the next interaction is going to be with him.
You talk about him like like a village idiot.
No,
like we know he's gonna show up, so
We'll
we know what to do.
We'll have cookies ready for him. We'll call his mommy to pick him up.
And then he's happy and he leave and he didn't yell. Like, come on, man. It's like babysitting something. It's
it's you have to manage. You have to manage those type of things. Like I think people in City Hall are able to use what I did, and now they know how to react to certain people. A lot of people were like, I'm going to stay calm. Like, people are not going to get angry anymore.
You don't have worse than... Oh, sorry, I didn't want to cut you, but I was just about to say, you don't have worse than ELY. It's pretty much the top of the stair, Yeah.
Two things. Well, number one, and there's a question that keeps recurring, and Laura just said it. Does he know he can do a privacy strike? Is that something?
Why?
He's
a superhero, man. He's glorious. Jamar, don't do a privacy strike, man.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
So what it is, and so something that I've been doing with my channel is, and I've taken my channel a step further. I don't just put videos out. I also call these local businesses and these local people that are harassed and tell them that they have the option to privacy strike a video if they want it taken down. So what that means is YouTube is an independent party. It's an independent business where they have strict privacy laws that people that are not being monetarily paid or do not consent to being filmed can request that a video be privacy struck and removed from YouTube. People don't realize that. So on these videos, I call them and I say, hey, look, you can get that video taken down if you don't get in consent or don't want to be on the video. And a lot of them say, yes, show me how. So I'll send them a video from YouTube that clearly explains it. And not to brag, but I have said it a few times, I am bragging. I have had some auditor channels taken down. I've had videos deleted from YouTube. From videos that I've covered. Videos that I've covered, and I show where I contact the agency, and then channels get deleted. So, and I'm not bragging about it, but it's to me, it's eliminating the bullying, because that's how I view it. I view it as bullying, trying to bully people.
Also, Jamar, you may also have a good cause for civil action. He doesn't have any right or any authority to be using your name, likeness, or image online to make money, and you could sue his pants off for that. I think the standard is 10 times everything. Will back me up on this. Do you remember what it is? I think it's 10 times everything he's made on his channel since it started.
10 times, correct. Yeah. His channel earnings times 10 over a certain period of time. I don't know how long.
I think it's the life of the channel, if I remember right. Or I don't know. I can't remember that either. But it's pretty substantial.
I think you had a really good reaction so far. The way you took it, the way you dealt with it, and everything. Good job. If everybody was like that, there would be no movement and tough auditing movement. It would be just like it would be done. Seriously.
Right. Yeah, so, you have to learn how to. People just have to learn how to manage their emotions. I'm super one person who I manage my emotions very well. So it was one of those moments that I just this is normal. I deal with yelling people all the time.
Yeah.
Well, another thing about that video I wanted to point out that Jamar handled really well is that you are not a public slave. You are not a public kiss his butt. You are a public employee.
Right.
And he has no authority over you about anything for anyone about anything.
Yeah,
The only thing being a taxpayer gives you authority to do is pay taxes. That's it.
If I can just say something, you say like I'm used to hear people scream or whatever, but this is serious because if someone show up and he scream or whatever, he might have mental issue or whatever. When ELY show up and scream, it's just a show. It's a performance, so we can have some good reaction and make money on YouTube. It's
Yeah,
completely
John
another
Magado
game.
has
It's not
John
the same at
Magado makes
all.
a real good point about that. He basically points out most of these guys are just circus street performers. All they are. He's right.
Yeah, they just act loud or whatever, get the content, make some good clip on YouTube. That's all there is.
Yeah. I mean, people say it's for clicks and views, and that's exactly what it is. So totally.
Yeah.
So what I'd like to do, and I just want to just mention briefly, I see people in the comments section saying they've done the same thing. They've called agencies. Good. Keep that up. That's how we fight back against these losers for sure. What I want to do as a bit of a cool down, and Jamar, you may have seen it. I think you saw it on my channel. And what's his name said that it's an act. And I'm sorry, Exposé said this is just an act. It's a skit. This is how ELY actually acts when someone gets in his face and is sick and tired of his nonsensical bullying. Have a look.
Bro, move.
And just for context, he was antagonizing this, I guess it was like a body repair shop. He was standing there yelling at the employees, cursing at them, calling them names, just antagonizing them. And let's see how this ends.
Move back. Yo, move back, bro. Move back. Yo, move back. Move back. Move. Hold him, bro.
So Jamar, that's ELY in real life.
Dramatic. That's dramatic. Was he looking for more dramatic than the police would act on his side? Is that what he's trying to do?
Yeah, pretty much.
One thing I don't get, especially in New York where they have the laws to do this, is why they don't put them on mandatory mental health holds for 72 hours and put them in mandatory mental health care wards where they have to be evaluated. I mean, that kind of conduct right there, that is just a perfect example. I mean, they should just take him down and put him in. No questions asked.
Yeah, it's New York. Mental health is it's an issue here, and the lack of mental health facilities is an issue. So
that's true. That's true.
They use the jails to do mental health.
I'm from Philly, so I get it. Philly's just as bad.
Any big city, man. Any big city right now, it's the huge problem with homeless people, drug abuse. It's a big. There's something going on. And I just want to know, man, the next day, everything, is there like new type of policies? Did you guys came up with something new, or it's just like whatever, it happened again?
Yeah, I mean, it's business as usual.
All right.
it's business as usual. There's nothing for us to change. Like I said, I think City Hall acted appropriate. We also have to remember the police work for the state. The court police work for the state. I work for the city. They report to the state. I report to the city. So we have two different jurisdictions. So on the city side, I think our standards, our policies, what we have in place, is to behave appropriately, diffuse the situation, allow people to exercise their First Amendment rights, and move on. And I think we did that appropriately.
Yeah.
I don't think they like the way we handled it, but like I said, I don't back down. I'm
Jamar,
really
they wouldn't have liked the way you handled it, no matter how you handled it.
That's for sure. Yeah, that's for sure.
So, real quick, guys, and they're saying this in the comments. Well, except this comment. I mean, this person says they can't stand me. Okay, well then don't watch. Okay,
what?
For too long? Sure.
Yeah, I think they're having a debate over the right to record in the shower on the channel.
I love how people have to feel like they have to announce their disdain for a channel. Maybe you hate my channel, like don't watch me. Like,
yeah, I was saying, well, I was going to further.
Yeah, it's like, can I just say because the guy in. Sorry, David. Go for it.
No, I was going to say there's a frauditor channel having a big open discussion on the right to record inside somebody's shower. That guy should go over there.
Someone's shower?
I'm kidding. It's a joke.
Oh my goodness! It was like there was like a frauditor that like was streaming about like I won't mention that. I think that's kind of vulgar. But two quick things. People are mentioning there is a video to show for context when Eli goes to a police station and he fakes an injury, like he fakes like him falling and claims
I remember that one. Yeah,
broke his
I remember
elbow.
that one.
So like it's a skit. So audience, do me a favor. We can watch one or the other. Put a 1 in the chat for public safety style if you want to see the full video of Jamar at City Hall, or put a 2 in the chat if you want to show Jamar the video where Eli goes to the police station and fakes his injury from the police.
Can't we do
1
both?
in the chat. Let's see. Let me see. Let's see his interaction in City Hall.
I think we definitely need to show how Jamar handled that.
Yeah,
he did
the
a
fake
great job.
shoulder thingy, man. That's classic. That's a real one.
But Jamar,
You know what?
Jamar handled. Hey, I gotta say, Jamar. I just saw that video fairly recently. Jamar handled it perfectly. That's exactly how you handle those guys. You don't let them get under the skin and just be professional.
This is one. Okay. You just
Well
you
done.
just don't like me. It's okay. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like me. I don't care. Whatever you want. Okay, so I'll tell you what.
You're so likable, man. You're like they're so like.
People, you know what? It's the internet. It's their First Amendment. You know, Mr. Thomas saying 3. He's saying 3. Rob always has to be the contrarian of the chat. 3.
Well, Mr. Thomas doesn't have any constitutional rights, right? Isn't that right? Okay, just checking.
So I'll tell you what. I think if people are saying a good point, let's watch both. So let's pull up first, and give me a second to pull the video up. Let's pull up. I'm going to show about the first half of the entire interaction at City Hall. We'll show all of Jamar in the video. And this again, and as was stated before, let me just make sure.
I forgot how, because they came over to my office too. I forgot all about that.
Were you in the office or no?
Well, I went back to my office. They came over.
I don't think they show it at your office.
Yeah, no, it's in here because the city administrator was there. This is the area where they came over. This is my office area. That's
all right, well,
funny.
then here. All right, well, you know what? If anything, we'll just play this. I'm gonna just play it a little, speed it up just a little bit. And are you gonna share it? I can share it. All right, let's have a look.
Very wealthy, while the vast majority of we the people having trouble saving any money at all. The
so
solution
crazy.
to that problem is better jobs and more of them. However, in order to secure those jobs, you have to be qualified.
Trying to get out the hood, running out of faith. I'm asking the Lord to look out for the Lord.
Can I just say his music is trash?
I'm gonna say that's him rapping. Wow.
His music is so bad, dude. Like his music is.
Oh,
so
is that actually Eli? Then no wonder. Ugh.
No, I think it's him and whoever his boy is that he does his videos. I think it's his boy that does more of like the actual music. But it's nuts. But the title of this video is "Court Officers Threatens to Call ICE to Deport Eli." Like,
wow,
yeah, that was bad.
Center that one is coming right back. Investing 8% on education. Wow, no wonder why 57% is a college dropout.
I'm sorry, and I'm not going to address you again. That is a lie. I've never called you any form of a disgusting name. I don't even know who you are. So, and no, I do not support a murderer. I do not support a murderer. That is a nonsensical argument that is factually inaccurate, and people need to drop it.
Well, I mean, thank you for saying that I'm nice, though.
No, you're nice. Everyone likes you. Everyone likes you. Clearly, no one likes me.
Oh my god. Oh my god. But I like you, so by default.
That's all that matters. Not people that despise me for no reason. Anyway, enough about that. Enough about that clown.
All right.
What's going on? Everybody chilling.
Can we get where's the foil? The clerk?
Go on the other side.
All right.
Thank you.
Come on, make sure you get my good side. Make sure you get my good side. Make sure you get my good side.
Make sure you get what?
My good side.
What was your name, brother?
Yes, boss. Halfway up.
Hi, I need to get a
He said make sure we got his good side.
I don't get what they
Thank you.
Doesn't make sense.
Sergeant. Hey, Sarge.
Yes.
What's this officer's name?
Julio.
Huh?
Julio.
Badge number?
I don't know. Which badge number?
6715. Okay. I think we got his badge on my page. What was your name, Sarge?
Right there. Right there. Right there. Al.
Excuse me?
I said it's right there. I said it's right there. It's right there for you.
Was I talking to you?
What is your name? I'm talking to you. What's your name, sir?
None of your business.
It's none of my business.
No.
Okay, all right.
I'm not a public worker.
You're not?
No.
Oh, could have fooled me with the camera.
What was your name and badge number?
It's right there in front of you. See?
I don't know how to read, sir.
Well, I don't know.
That's how you talk to the public? That's how you treat the people?
I love when they say that. I don't know how to read. Like, do you expect anything different?
So they
Might
came
have
in
his
for
name
a
and badge number.
FOIA
That's
request.
fair.
Okay.
But here's the question: the FOIA what? They use that as an excuse to go in and nag people, but it's not. It's nonsense.
Right there. It's right there, and it's on your camera.
Is that what you say to the judge? Is that what you say to the judge? It's right there?
It's on your
Do you tell the
camera.
judge it's right there?
It's on your camera.
Do you tell the judge that?
It's on your camera.
Do you tell the judge
That's
that?
displayed right here.
Use a dirty car. Use a dirty car. Use a dirty car. Use a dirty car.
Do you tell the judge that?
That's why it's displayed right here.
Do you tell that to the judge?
Judge doesn't ask for my badge number. Oh my God.
Oh, the
where you're wrong.
song.
Really?
Yeah,
How
really.
do you know that? How do you know that, sir?
How do I know that?
How do you know that? You been to court?
Of course.
You been to this court?
Of course.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Got a good picture?
Why you got an attitude?
You want to take a picture with both of us?
Why you got an attitude
How about
for?
both of us being in the camera? How about both of us being in the camera? Yeah.
That's your subordinate
Let's
right
take
there. That's
a
how
group
they
picture.
6 feet, 6 feet, please, 6 feet.
Let's
Sir,
take a group
6 feet,
picture.
sir,
Let's take a
6
group
feet.
picture.
6
Let's take a
feet.
group picture.
Sergeant, do you allow this,
Right
Sergeant?
here.
What's this?
Right here.
What's this?
Right here.
He's antagonizing.
We're antagonizing?
He came out here.
Did I drag you off your chair?
Are you?
How can I help you, bro?
All right.
How can I
I
help
want you to
you?
get a good picture.
For what?
I want you to, because you're filming me, right? Aren't you filming me?
No, I'm
Are
recording
you 6 feet? You want to step
I'm
back
recording
6
you.
feet?
Came out here.
You want to
You
step
were
back
sitting
6
over there, bro, so
This
go back
is a
over
public
there.
area.
Sarge, can you call him, please?
This is a public area.
Can you call him?
This
You don't
is
care?
a public area, sir. Do you know what you're doing? This is a
Yeah.
public area. This is a public area. This is a public area.
Learn how to treat the people.
So you need to respect my space.
You need to respect
my
the people.
space?
You need to respect the people.
Are you
People that
representing the
work for.
people?
Yes, I'm
You're
representing
representing
the
the
people.
people?
Yep, the
I
people.
don't think you're representing the people, sir.
We're representing the people.
Oh, you're not representing the people, sir.
You're not representing
You're
your
not
duties.
representing. I'm representing New
You
York
took an
State
oath.
courts,
You
sir.
took an oath.
What oath did I take? What oath did I take?
You tell me you took it.
No, you're telling me I took it. What oath did I take, sir?
You the one that raised your hand, so you tell me.
But I didn't raise my hand for anything.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't, sir. You're wasting people's time. You're wasting your time. That's
You're
what
wasting
doing.
people's time.
You're wasting people's time. And you're wasting your time. What you need to do is get a job. That's what you
Oh,
need
word?
to do.
That's
Get
how
a
you
job.
feel?
That's what you need to do.
That's how you
Stop
feel?
wasting time, wasting your life. Do something with your life.
Oh, word. That's
So I do have a question because I don't know if there's something further in the video that you're referring to, Jamar. But they said the police look bad in this video. Are like this officer still working in this your
Yeah.
building?
Yeah.
So there were no like negative repercussions because auditors are quick to say, "Oh, we got this officer fired. We got this officer blah blah blah." Like
No, he works. I think he's worked in the city of Poughkeepsie City Hall for I think almost 20 something years. Like
Oh, well.
he's a fixture in the community. He's a
Yeah.
fixture in City Hall. They get cursed out every day, so this is not new for them. I don't think.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything wrong. I mean,
He-
he's just like you're losing
I mean,
your
he's-
time. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, he said some things he probably shouldn't have said, but I've seen worse. I've seen people like
Yeah.
disrespect their moms and their family members. So I've seen worse.
But so there's a couple of things that's very common with the videos that's being said. Number one, they usually say, for example, with the officer, name and badge number. They ask the officer for the name and badge number. It's not. There's no law that states an officer has to orally give a name and badge number. That's why it's put on their chest. That's why.
Or if it's the middle of the night, their badge and name number.
I want your badge and name number, right? So, that's a common phrase that they use. But they also say, if they say my name is right here on my chest, it's right here, they often say, is that what you say to a judge? And my question is, what do you mean a judge? Like, you're not a judge.
Yeah.
Like, so these guys just kind of like repeat what other people say, and it's nonsensical. More of it, I believe it's an intimidation tactic, quite honestly, but it's nonsensical.
If you notice, the police officers never told them that they couldn't record it either. Like there's
Right.
never been any confrontation about them recording. This is all about how they behave.
Exactly.
Well,
So-
as our good friend Hezekiah will point out, it's not the camera that's the problem; it's the idiots behind the camera.
Correct.
Yeah. In most of those videos, totally.
Yeah. Let's play on.
That's how you feel? That's how you talk to the people?
No, that's my statement. Just to you.
To the peak?
Just to you.
Just to me?
Just to you.
No
Do
courtesy,
something
no
with your
respect?
life,
No, how are you?
sir. Do something with your life, sir.
Do something with my life, I am.
Sir, do something with your life. Do something positive. Do
You look
something
bad right now. You know that, right? You look bad as hell.
Yeah, I know.
You don't talk to the peeps like that.
How do you look, sir?
I'm looking at you, how you're acting.
How do you
Your
look?
reaction
That's
right
what
here is
you
on the
do.
camera.
You're hiding behind.
I'm hiding behind the camera.
You're hiding behind a camera. For what purpose, sir?
And you're hiding behind your badge.
You're hiding. No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm right here in the public, sir. I'm not hiding behind anything. You're hiding behind a camera.
I'm hiding behind the camera.
Get a job, sir.
Get a job.
Get a job. Get a job.
I think you need a new job.
No, I think you
shouldn't be having that uniform.
You need a job, sir.
I think you need to take it off ASAP.
And it starts in the top. It goes, look at the sergeant, my people.
And this is
Look
how
at the
the sergeant
sergeant.
lets
Yeah, look
us
at the
keep
sergeant. Quiet like nothing.
Keep on. Give me
The
more.
nicest sergeant
Because
ever.
I'm waiting for you to finish, so then I can address you. So then, are you done? You're done speaking to my son like a fucking animal?
Wait. Who's using foul language here?
I'm exercising my freedom of speech.
I'm talking to you respectfully.
You heard? And I'm asking you for your name, and you didn't give me your name. So to me right now, I don't know.
So you see, this is what Eli does. Gets loud, gets abrasive, gets aggressive, starts cussing.
So at this point, I'm standing at the elevator. So I'm seeing all this at the elevator, and I'm having a confrontation with myself as to whether I'm going to intervene. Just for context, I'm hearing all this happening. And
as soon you show up, is it like you notice it, right? It's disruptive, right?
It's
like
it's so loud. This is when once Eli started yelling, that's when I heard it from the other side as I was leaving out the door, and that's when it makes me stop. And I'm standing right at the elevator. You'll see, they're going to turn around, and you're going to see me just standing there like, what is going on?
Because all the time they're like, you're acting disorderly, and they're like, no, I'm not. But yeah, that's the proof of it. Yeah, go for it.
All right. So let's.
Yeah, play.
Know how to read, and I'm about to make a complaint against you. And I
love how we keep saying I don't know how to read. I'm sorry. That's something you should admit. A grown man saying he's fighting for the Constitution that can't read. Okay.
Your name, and you didn't give me your name. So to me right now, I don't know how to read, and I'm about to make a complaint against you. And I would like to know your name.
Please do. Feel free.
I'm not gonna be the only one complaining against you.
Oh, okay. I know you're not.
All right. This is the last time you're gonna do this shit, bro. This is the last time you're gonna do this shit, bro.
And stop hiding behind
Sergeant,
the camera.
I need his name, Sergeant.
Right there,
I don't know how to read.
I just wanted to say this real quick. Broken system, broken trust. The only thing that's dead are your teeth.
Yeah, please go brush your tooth, buddy.
Jamar,
Josh.
Jamar, we don't believe people here, but broken system, broken trust. He's another guy that goes out and antagonizes people.
Josh,
and we have fun with our friend.
Yeah. I love everybody.
Is this on your end or my end? Is that your end, Exposé, or mine?
What do you mean?
The super chat. Is that yours or mine?
Yes, Nerd Girl.
It's yours. It's yours.
Representing
Whoa! Hold on, guys.
Nerd Girl's right. They're very adamant about representing candy in public.
Hold on. Should we just weird out Jamar?
Oh my God! Yeah, Jamar.
You know what? He'll probably never come back, but we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
Hold on, Nerd Girl for the super chat. This is for you.
Plug your ears, man. This is going to be
poor Jamar. Jamar's going to have to get so confused.
Whoa. Thank you so much for that $2 super thanks. You are so awesome. You are super. Eagle Nick says that. You are super. And I thank you. Give me $1, you make me holler. Eagle Nick, all this.
Okay, now give him the context.
I have no clue what is going on.
Just give him the context right now.
Oh, I have no idea. I'm sorry, Jamar. We have a running joke on our channel. That's Eagle Nick. Anytime someone gives a super chat, I play a video.
He's a frauditor. There's another one.
I'm sorry. Thank you,
white
Nerd
You
Thank you, Nerd Girl, for the $5. Appreciate it. They're representing their peeps, so they represent sugar-coated marshmallow candies. Yeah, I guess so. Thank you again. Thank you.
Read. He didn't tell me his name or badge, son. I don't know how to read, and I'm asking you, as a sergeant, for his name so I can proceed to the proper channels and make a complaint against him. And you are going to be in the complaint as well, sergeant, for doing nothing. Letting him act like a clown. Disrespecting the people. Disrespecting the people. He's my son. He's my son. And
it's funny because Eli talks about his son, but his son is an adult. Like you saw. You saw his. You spoke to both of them.
That's a grown adult. Yeah, that's a grown adult. Yeah.
Yeah. You disrespected my son. Well, let your son speak up. Son's a grown man. Like, whatever.
you didn't provide in your name, and you work for the people, right?
You already provided hide the name.
You heard what I said, right? You heard what I said, right? So now I want to make a complaint against you. How do I go about that?
Make a complaint.
How do I go about that?
Make a complaint, sir.
How do I go about that?
Complaint, sir.
How do I go about that?
Start by getting your life together.
How do I make it?
Acting like a grown man, get a job, pull your pants up, and act like a man. That's what you need to do. You need to act like a man, sir.
And who are you to tell him what to do as
All right? You need to act like a man.
working for the state? Who are you?
You asked me a question, didn't
Who are you?
You asked me a
Who are you?
question.
You
If
enforce the
don't
law.
like
You don't
the
enforce how he
answer that I'm
dresses?
giving don't ask.
You don't tell him how to dress? Who are you?
Don't ask the question.
Who are you?
If you don't want the answer.
How do I go about making a complaint about you? That's all I need to know.
That's for you to do.
You're not going to tell me?
That's what you need to find out. So my sergeant, my supervisor is right here.
Supervisor, how do I make a complaint against your subordinate? And you as well, sir. How do the people make a complaint against any one of you when you violate the rights and when you don't be professional, courteous, and respectful?
Respectful. You're the only one here who used foul.
You heard? You stepped down and went right back to your cage. You came out here like a monkey and went right back to your cage. You heard? Freedom of speech.
Here we go.
Freedom of speech.
No, it's not.
You didn't provide your name. So give me your name.
That's racist.
So give me your name.
That's racist.
Give me your name.
That's racist talk, sir.
Give me your name.
That is racist talk. My name is right here on display for you to see.
I don't know your name, so how do I call you? How do you want me to address you? A fish?
I don't know your name, sir.
I'm not a public servant, sir.
What servant? What are you?
I'm not a public servant.
What are you?
You heard?
Serving, sir?
You signed up to uphold the Constitution.
What are you?
To serve the public. And the public is here right now redressing you. And look at his eyes, man. But he looks like he's high or some shit, bro. Look at him. He on some pills or some shit, yo. Are you a drug, sir?
Are you assuming that, sir?
Yes, I am.
You're assuming.
That you're high on some shit.
Yeah, I'm high on something.
Look at your pupils, bro.
Yeah, look at my pupils, sir.
We got a court officer that's intoxicated on the job.
He's on drugs or some shit. Look at his
This is
eyes.
where I step in.
Damn what he does.
You can't believe this is happening?
Yeah, I can't believe like they're
It was a good moment.
All right, give me a second. I need to make a complaint against him, and he don't want to tell me how do I make about it.
But there are people in here doing business. And you guys are.
I'm doing business too, sir.
I know what you're screaming.
Do you work here?
I do work here.
What's your name?
Who are you? I'm the city clerk.
Oh, you're the city clerk.
Yeah, I am.
I need to make a complaint against him. I'm very uncomfortable.
I understand that, but you can't.
You don't understand because you don't know what happened.
You're screaming and yelling at me.
I'm allowed to.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. This is my tone. I speak like that.
So, Jamar,
You see that girl in the back? That's so funny. That girl in the back. She was actually in my office getting a marriage license.
Oh. Hold on, but he says something I want to ask you about.
I understand that, but you can't.
You don't understand because you don't know what happened.
You're screaming and yelling at me.
I'm allowed to.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. This is my tone. I speak like that.
I'm gonna walk away.
Thank
We're allowed
you.
to redress our government.
I'm gonna come to you right now. You heard? Let me finish over here. Let me finish over here.
Do it appropriately.
Listen, I'm protesting right now. Relax. Let me finish over here.
You're being ignorant.
I'm coming to you right now.
You're not gonna come to me.
I'm coming next. You're next.
Okay, that's
You're next.
fine.
You heard?
But there's no.
Go back to your desk. Go back to your desk. You're
I'm
next.
not gonna go back to my desk. There's no need to act this way.
Mind your business.
We're
Stay
in
over there.
public. I am minding my business.
You're next.
I'm minding my business. You guys are.
I came to you. I came to see
You
you.
guys are acting very ignorant in public.
I came to see you, sir.
People aren't here doing business.
Go back to work.
You don't know nothing.
Go back to work,
I know a
sir.
lot.
So I mean,
Oh, my
okay,
God.
so you talked a little bit about naturally you're someone that you see like confrontation in front of you. But what's actually like going through your mind in this moment, right? Like right now, Jamar. Like, what like, yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is going? Because I heard them say, the drugs thing, right? I'm not used to First Amendment auditors acting this way. So I saw cameras, but I'm still not putting it together. You're gonna see me ask them, is this a First Amendment audit? Because what is going on? As the video goes on, I'm asking them, are these First Amendment people? Because I'm confused. Why are they acting this way? In my head, I'm like, what is going on right now? Why are you guys talking about them being on drugs? What is going on? That's really in my head. Like, what the fuck is happening? I'm really confused. If you can see it in my face, I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's like you're like, huh?
What is going on right now?
I wanted Sally gave the comment of the day because he's talking about wants to file a complaint. Sally says the complaint would read, "He told me to get a job and pull up my pants." That would have been great. Imagine.
How dare you, Jamar? That's so insulting. I mean, come on. To pull up his pants?
Yeah, that was another thing. He had his pants were down, so I'm like, what is this guy? Like, why? What is going on right now?
We're gonna see his pants. I'm sorry.
He's still sagging. Oh my god.
I mean, sagging is so. I'm not gonna lie. That's so like 2009, 2010.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Oh
When it reached the level of the ankle, it was like, come on, guys.
Yeah, grow up at this point.
You don't know nothing.
I know that you two are acting like fools.
You don't know nothing
in public.
You don't know how he acted.
I know that you two are. I've been standing here watching this whole time. Don't you see officers with guns over there, bro? I see them. So what are you doing? Let them do their job. Move back, bro. And yelling at them. How can they do that? I'm redressing them. How can anyone do anything for you? Go away, sir. Go away. Bye.
No, because it's not making sense, all right?
Bye.
How can we assist you if you're screaming and yelling?
You're just talking nonsense.
I'm gonna see you in a second. You're next.
You're actually talking nonsense.
We're not done. You're next.
Is this a First Amendment?
We'll talk to you in a minute.
So is it the one?
I just heard it say. I heard you say like, I'm confused. Like, are these First Amendment people? Like, I heard it.
Like, what is going on? What is happening?
We're not done. You're next. We'll see you in a minute. We'll see you in a minute.
Is this a First Amendment?
We'll talk to you in a minute.
So is it the one? Is he the
Like literally, like you can hear Jamar in your voice, like you're genuinely confused. Like, what?
What is happening?
The look on that guard's face says it all. Like, what is this guy about?
It's hard when you get up in the morning and have a job and, you know, try to be a constructive member of
a civilized member of society.
Yeah, and you have this thing yelling at you.
Apparently.
Yeah.
to complain with?
No, I'm not. Is this a First Amendment? It's like one of those First Amendment.
And you failed?
Yes. This is crazy.
And you heard? And you failed?
Okay.
Badly.
Okay.
Badly, you heard? And you failed. Especially this one right here, my bitch. Look, this one right here. You heard? It's a failed.
Yeah. It's hard when you like. It's hard to when people are screaming at you.
I'm gonna see you in a second. You don't know what happened here, sir. You don't know what happened. Mind your business. Mind your business. You don't know what happened here, bro. So mind your business.
I'm not a bro. I'm really trying to help you guys. But
We don't need your help right now. We don't need your help right now.
How can you?
He works there. He's minding.
You guys are yelling and screaming.
Go back to work. Go back to work, bro. Go back to work. Go back to work.
How can we help
This
you?
isn't your job. This isn't your job.
You're screaming and yelling. How can we help you?
I'm gonna talk to you in a minute, bro.
But see how you're calming down?
Listen, I speak like that. Relax.
No, you're screaming again.
I don't want to talk to you right now, bro.
You're talking. Though.
Move away from my legs. How about that?
How about you leave City Hall and stop acting a fool? That might be easier.
I'm working on a story.
I look very great on camera. I hope you guys know that the story can be as write whatever story you want.
That's good for you. That's good for you. Nobody
This
else.
is extremely inappropriate. For
Jamar.
Jamar Cummings.
City clerk.
City clerk. City of
What's your email
Poughkeepsie
address? What's the email?
jcummings@cityofpoughkeepsie.com.
Thank you. Okay, you're next. You're next. Give me a second. Let me finish over here. All right? Can I finish with them?
No,
You're gonna interrupt me.
I am.
Why?
Because you're acting ignorant.
Can you not interrupt my job, please?
This is not a job.
This is my duty.
This sounds like a hobby.
It doesn't matter what it sounds like to you, and it's not up to you, bro.
Okay.
I'll see you next.
You guys are fools.
That's your opinion. We respect.
No, yeah, that's a great opinion too. You guys are fools.
That's good for you.
You're here with your pants halfway down your legs, yelling and screaming at people, and you want to say
You're about to say your pants are all the way down.
I was mad.
Halfway down your leg. I'm sorry. Oh my god.
Man. Bunch of home runs.
Hold on. We're at 1751. This is what he does.
This is when he comes to my office. Yeah.
But I want to just.
Yeah. Pants. Look at his pants.
Why was he not immediately arrested for disorderly conduct? I don't get it.
It's New York. You don't get arrested for
It's
that
New York.
anymore.
Oh,
It's everywhere.
I'm glad I live in Austin.
New York is fantastic, but it's rough. The people sometimes. Wow.
I don't know why I'm trying. It's like I see it in the frame, but there it is.
Yeah.
This is what I was. This is how he was the whole time.
Hold on. Exposer. One of us have to make this a thumbnail.
Yeah, that is something else. That's not sagging. That's like exposing.
It's like you have the pants down, but you're wearing a belt, so it's like counterproductive. So it's like, what are you trying to do? Like, you think that's
wear
cool?
some short. Oh my. Okay, whatever. It's ELY, you know.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Hold on. You know what this reminds me of? Oh my god. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna be a child just for a moment. Give me 1 second. Hold on.
This could be dangerous.
Hold on. You guys are gonna hate my guts. Hold on 1 second. Jamar's never coming back for sure.
On the ground with the gold in your mouth, head turned sideways, pan hit the ground. Call yourself a cool cat, looking like a fool. Walking downtown with your pants on the ground. Get it up. Hey, get your pants off the ground. Looking like a fool. Walking, talking with your pants on the ground. Get it up.
Please tell me you guys have seen this before. Please tell me.
I've met that man in person. He is serious.
Wait, really? You met this guy? You met this guy? Wait,
Yeah,
so do you know this video?
I know that video from American Idol. I met him, and where did I meet him? I met him at I think it was in either Atlanta or in Charleston. He was at a rally, and he was still singing this stupid song, "Pants on the Ground."
That song is like 20 years old, but it's stuck in my head. My cousin and I sing it all the time. But that's what comes to mind when I see this. Like when I see Eli, I'm like, yo, that song is designed for Eli, literally. All right, okay. Back to the video. Back to the video. Let's go back where we were. We were 17.
Yeah, people, and you want us to help you.
It's none of your business. I never asked you for help, bro. Move back, bro. You bugging, man.
How? Great cameras.
All right. So I'm gonna ask you for help. How do I make a complaint against them?
I don't know.
Exactly. There you go. Mind your business if you don't know, bro. Sergeant, how can I make a complaint, bro? How can I make a complaint? That's all I need, bro. I need to make a complaint, and I need the names against. I'm gonna make the complaint. Me and my people.
Fill out your complaint.
So where's the form? Where do I go? I don't know.
There's no form. You write on a piece of paper. On a piece of paper? Yes. There's no form. There's no official complaint form.
Okay, so that's something that we're gonna redress today. You must have those. Because if one of your officers violates one of the people...
At this level, no. You write down the information, you write down your complaint, your contact information, and I'll forward it to my supervisor.
Okay, so where's the paper?
Get a piece of paper.
Where? That's what
Then his supervisor will get a great laugh.
You telling me I need a paper?
Yeah.
So provide the paper and the pen so I can make the complaint against your officers. And you can forward it to Internal Affairs. Hopefully, that won't be disappeared.
Is there a pen out there?
Thank you. Appreciate it. You gave me a piece of paper here, my bitch.
Well, that's all I have for paper.
That's great. That's cool. That's fine. As long as I can make it and give it to you and make sure you provide it and forward it to the chief.
I will forward it to my lieutenant.
To your lieutenant, yes. And to your lieutenant. That's fair. That's fair.
Make sure your contact information is correct.
That's fair. And your lieutenant knows who I am, by the way. You heard?
I don't know.
You don't know. Now you know.
I don't know. Who are you?
Now you know.
Well, who are you? I don't know who you are.
Well, we're going to find out as soon as he puts it on the complaint.
It's going to be anonymous. Anonymous.
Anonymous.
Yes.
That makes it better.
Be anonymous.
That makes it better.
You heard?
How are they going to contact you?
How are they going to contact who?
You.
For your complaint.
If you're making a complaint,
Yeah.
one of my officers, they're going to reach out to you.
They're going to reach out. I have a way, anonymous way for you to reach out.
Oh, there we go.
I have an anonymous way for you to reach out. Let me put my camera down real quick.
So, if you don't mind, Jamar, being that this is literally your what you do for a living, so like in a situation, because since you work for the clerk's office, you may have or may not have something to do with this. Every municipality is different. But if someone wants to report misconduct to the police, like how do they go about that?
I mean, I can take complaints for city police. They work for the state. So they're the state court. I don't take anything. That's why when they asked me how do they make a complaint, I said, I don't know, because I don't work for the state. So I don't know how that complaint process works. For the police, do I take complaints for the police? I think we do. We take complaints from the police for like common council members. That's really the most we'll get complaints about. Or you can complain directly to the police, to the police chief. We don't, but I don't have any dealings with the state court officers. There's a whole different entity.
What could he possibly complain about?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. And also, I will say they never made any complaints to the city about anything. So they never made any complaints about me. They never made any complaints about those officers. They legit never made any complaints.
No, they have the video. That's it.
Right, because this is not about actual change. This has nothing to do with. I mean, they do create change. They educate law enforcement, like you said, how to handle these clowns.
Mm-hmm.
Change of diaper.
Them not filing complaints. It's the threat of it as an intimidation tactic. Like, if they go to like you work, you're a clerk, or what you're what is your exact what did you say your job was?
City chamberlain, but
city chamberlain. So you're a city chamberlain. If they go to like a city chamberlain for like a small county, a city clerk for like a really small county that doesn't get reactions, sometimes those employees fold. You know, like they go to like small municipalities and they don't know how to handle it. So it's a method to bully and intimidate. In your case, like you said, like you're from New York, you deal with this all the time. So that's why it's like you're not backing down naturally. But it's an intimidation tactic. So they didn't file any complaints. Of course they didn't, because rarely do they ever actually file complaints for an actual legitimate cause. They have their
I have a
videos.
short.
They're happy.
I have a short question, Jamar. Like, if you receive a complaint, does this like change your life? Like, is there some real consequence to that, or?
Yeah, the mayor takes complaints seriously. So, and she,
Okay.
yeah, they take complaints seriously. They'll call you in and figure out what's going on. It's not. I mean, we've had people go off on First Amendment auditors, and they've gotten complaints, or the YouTube videos have been put up, and they've been brought into the mayor's office for counseling. So
Because,
it's not less if
some of them actually do the complaint process, so it is a problem. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Or sometimes they don't do the complaint process. Sometimes they see, we'll see
But
the
some
video.
of the frauditors are really strong. Like, they may complain about everybody they meet. You know what I mean? So it's. I wanted to know if it's an actual problem when you receive a complaint and you say yes. So that means they're very annoying. Not only they annoy you with the video, and then they they snap you with a complaint on the side. You know, it's not very cool.
Do they have? I'm curious. Do they have a system for identifying vexatious complainers?
No, I wish, but we don't get complaints often. So, like, this is not like I don't really deal with a lot of complaints, to be honest with you. Like, that's the least thing. The last thing that I have to deal with at City Hall is people making complaints.
They act like, oh, the government's so corrupt, everyone should be out just complaining against officials for the slightest inconvenience. And it's like, no, like, if people are dissatisfied with service, they just don't go back. Or
yeah,
use internet. You know,
especially when the person is the causation of the complaint. If you think about it, like, they created the negative response. I don't know. It's tough. And the unfortunate reality is there are good employees like yourself that have been either fired or have faced major repercussions because of these guys filing these frivolous complaints. And it's not right. Yep. It's not right at all.
That's something they brag about a lot when they get someone fired.
These guys make are based on, like, they do the police. How dare they do their job? That's right. They seem to think that the only people's rights who matter are theirs. They don't seem to think that their rights might be in conflict with everybody else's. And the police that has sworn, they swore an oath to uphold the Constitution, not do whatever they're told by this little group guy because he happens to have a camera. They just don't seem to get that.
David, if I may just briefly correct you, you said if anyone violates their oath, it's actually violate their oath.
Oh, excuse me, right? Their oath.
Not oath. Because they all say oath for some reason.
Their oath of office.
Sally says the mayor, after the complaint, would ask, "Did you tell him to pull his pants up?" All right, so let's play on. Or I think we're gonna watch him like.
It's on the court officers acting as
like and over.
The sergeant lets us subordinate.
Talking about the way I dress, profiling me, talking about the way I dress, the clerk talking about my pants. That's how they judge you over here, my peeps, and the way you speak too. It's not by your actions, it's by your tone and the way you dress. That's how you do the people? Great. Okay, so what do I put in the paper, sir? Can you help me out?
What a hypocrite.
Huh? The specifics of my complaint are this officer refused to provide his name and badge and rank to my son when my son asked him to identify him. He came out and approached my son and got close to my face. You heard?
Wouldn't it have been funny if while he was doing this, his pants just completely fell down, though? Like, it looked like they're like hanging by a thread at this point.
Well, I think I see why Eli's not. I think I see why Eli's not going to New York City anymore. He's branching out to the suburbs because after his last couple of experiences with NYPD, he's lucky he walked out of there walking. So what an idiot! I'm sorry.
You got a weapon on you, right? You got a weapon on you? Is that really how using intimidation tactics. Do you want me to break down the complaint? You want more? You want more?
Write it all down. Write it all down.
And then give it to who?
I can give it to me, and I'm going to forward it to my lieutenant. It's not in the facility.
Okay, so what is his name, sir? How do I spell his name?
It's right in.
I'm talking to your sergeant, so you keep it quiet. You keep it quiet. Sergeant, how do I spell his name? So I can make the complaint, Sergeant.
Who is my sergeant? Not you.
Sergeant,
Not you.
look at the sergeant quiet, bro. He's
Right.
speaking up.
He can let you do whatever you want. Right.
Sergeant, can you spell me his name, please?
It's right there.
Sergeant, can you spell me his name, please?
He can't read. How many times you got to say?
Willie, how you spell it?
You can't read.
You can't read.
W I L I M W-I-L-L-I-M-S. The bottom. I-M-A-S. I-A-M-S. It's watch. I can't see it, bro. There's too many lights shining to that. He can't even see it. He can't even see it, bro.
Let me explain to you.
So, okay, like, obviously you're back in your office at this point, but if you were still witnessing this, what would you, like, what?
So they were gonna walk over my office with this complaint form that they have and expect. So they come up to my office now and start asking for a FOIL request. And now I'm interacting with them about FOILs. They honestly they were just being idiots. So if you can scroll just a little bit further, this is when they're gonna come over and start fucking with me about FOILs. Now they were just being idiots. The city administrator shows up.
Gotcha.
Y'all have a good one, and I'm gonna see you guys on the phony papers. All right? Exposed. Now let me see what the clerk's talking about. And don't be treating the people like that never in your life. You hear me? Never do
Is it? The officers talk to him again, but it's like
at the end they're just doing backflips and stuff and just doing stupid stuff.
Right, but I'm guessing like the second half is where the officers say something like out of line because I didn't see anything in the first half. I just saw the officer just being like.
Yeah, towards the end he talks about ice and stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't have to watch that, but let's see what happens after they head back to you.
Bro, identify to the people every time they ask you for your name. I speak like that. I don't feel intimidated. You heard? Freedom of speech is not North Korea. In North Korea, they took you to jail for that. Now, what a clerk got?
Knock. Hello. There he is.
Did this guy's parents ever tell him no?
That's not gonna happen.
I need a FOIA request.
Okay, they're right over there on the counter.
On the
second tray. You can fill out a FOIA request there. The yelling and screaming is not gonna happen.
How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
Not bad, thank you for asking. Are you a police officer?
No.
Okay. This is it?
Yep, FOIA request. Freedom of information.
Okay.
Do you have complaint forms to make on city clerks?
No, I don't have a complaint form made on the city clerk. You can email the city administrator. Actually, he's right there.
Oh, he's right there.
Oh, hey, yo, I'm so woke, but I can't see. I'm so
Oh my god.
The city administrator, he's right there. Dramatic music.
But I can't speak. I'm so tall, but I can't reach. I have a voice, and I can't speak. This is you. How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
What was your name?
Your name?
I'm private. I'm a private citizen.
My name's Joe Donut. You can introduce yourself or no?
Aren't you, whoa.
Oh, I got one question, though. And to get into this city hall, if every city hall is different, Jamar, do you need to identify, like, show an ID to get in?
No, it's a public building. You can walk right on in.
Gotcha. I'm chuckling because, like, you know, I mean, some buildings are secure buildings, like City Hall, where I lived in Connecticut, and then the City Hall in Philadelphia, where I'm going to be working soon. You have to show your ID to get in, or you have to fill out you have to show your ID, and then you have to fill out a sign-in sheet with your actual name. You know,
you can just walk right on in.
Well, and that's probably why they target this building. A lot of auditors come in because, like, that's a whole, like, Fourth Amendment violation. I can't identify. Blah 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 blah.
But
it's nonsense.
If I may say, at one point you kind of have to show ID. You know what I mean? If you want some services and you want to actual business, at one point you're gonna have to. But they keep going with the no, you know. But at one point it makes no sense, you know.
You know, Jamar, as the Chamberlain, you might want to suggest to the city council that they look at that rule and see if they could change it.
Adding IDs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that won't go well in this community. Yeah, these people. It's a small town.
That's true.
Your name?
I'm private. I'm a private citizen.
My name's Joe Donut. You care to introduce yourself or no?
Aren't you, whoa. How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
Not bad, thank you for asking. May I have your name?
Sure, Sean McCarthy.
And do you have a position here?
In the city?
I like McCarthy. He's
What is
funny.
it?
Detective Lieutenant.
Detective Lieutenant. Oh, word. And he was who?
City Administrator.
City Administrator. What was your name?
Joseph Donut.
Joseph Donut. Okay, so
How can I make complaints? How can the people
You
make?
can make it to me. I'll give you my card. You can email me the complaint. We'll look into the matter, and we'll take it from there.
He is not the people.
There you go.
Okay, hold on. Let me just put it here. The people will do that for me.
Wonderful, even better.
Okay. Type the screen right here, sir.
You guys have a plan?
His cheap camera can't even focus in on the business card. Will,
like the
there's a
guy.
reason. Yeah, so and that's what I said. Will, there's a reason he does this in Poughkeepsie. Agreed, because they have that kind of open door policy, so to speak. They say people come in, go ahead and handle your business, but it's like, yeah. And Valley Ken says it. Now he's talking normally. So you said it, Jamar, earlier in the video. You said, well, wait a minute. You're talking quietly now. You're talking normally now, like when he started. But then he starts shouting again for no reason.
Yeah.
So, but it's like in this case now, notice how he's talking calmly. Notice how he's being respectful. Notice how he's not.
And honestly, I think it's because there are a lot more people around, and I don't think he wants to embarrass himself. Because before there weren't many. There was only like one person in the lobby. I think with all these people in our little area, and it's a small area where we have finance, it's my department, it's a parking department, I think he would have been embarrassed to like scream and yell there.
Don't.
If you hear when he's walking up, and I'm also telling him while he's walking up, don't come over here screaming and yelling. Like, don't come over here yelling at us. That's not about to happen.
Well, but Guy and David and Exposé, we've seen ELY like put on a performance in front of a bunch of people. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like Eli's the type of guy that would still put on a scene anyway.
Maybe.
Yeah, the more the merrier, actually.
But yeah, it could be. It could absolutely be. It could be he's in an office and he already knew he knew that he already got the confrontation he needs for his monetized video to make money. So now let me not push my luck. So I don't know.
Plan or something I can help you with now or not?
It looks like he don't even want to take it.
No, I'm in.
So it looks like I'm gonna have to go somewhere else to make the complaint because he said send me an email.
He's a lieutenant, so he could.
But he's what?
I'm in charge.
Who's above? Who's above?
He's the boss.
He's the boss? Exactly. The boss said to email him. And I'm here in person.
I gave you my contact information.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You asked if you can make a complaint.
Can I make an appointment with you?
Sure.
Okay. When can we do it?
Off the top of my head, I don't know. If you wanted to email me, I'd be happy.
Okay, but who can I make an appointment with you here with?
You can call the phone number on the card and you can make it.
Here then. Make the phone call right now.
There's an issue.
Yes, there is an issue. Big issue. I can't wait for no email. No, I'm here in person. You said send me an email, so I really don't want to talk to you no more.
I'm trying to de-escalate the situation.
I understand.
All right.
Can we do that? I'll do that. I'll help you out. Because I got no issues
I
other
have
than.
about 5 minutes. I'd be glad to talk to you for 5 minutes. If we need to talk further, we can make an appointment.
5 minutes will do it.
Okay, great. What's up?
Is it their policy to identify to the people when the people ask them for their name? I want to make a complaint. And I don't know who I'm making the complaint against because they're hiding their names.
Okay, now hold on, Jamar. You
That's
saw
good.
the video. Did the officer ever hide his name?
They never hit their names now. And they can't like that's just
on identifying.
I mean, city police.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know about state police. So the city police, we have an ordinance in our city. Anytime they interact with a resident, they have to give them their card. So you get a card. Any interaction you have with the police, they give you a card. If there's a call and they come to you. So in this case, they probably didn't get the officer's card like Sean McCarthy because they got our boss's card. Who do you want to talk to? The person in charge of everyone, the city administrator. So there was no need to give them Sean McCarthy's card, but that is the policy: is to whenever an officer interacts with anyone in the public, they have a business card that they need to give to the residents.
So does that mean that if the officer doesn't orally identify himself, give his full name and his full badge number to the person while they have their cameras out, it's misconduct?
I'm not sure, honestly.
You're saying to your understanding that what's required is the business card.
Mm-hmm.
And wouldn't that also include the fact that they have their name tags on their chest?
Exactly.
Isn't that sufficient? I would think.
I would think too. My name is displayed on my chest.
Right.
So verbally saying it, I'm not sure if there's a requirement for verbally saying my name and badge number. Also, I don't work with the police. I don't know much of their policies.
Right. All right. So let's play this out while he's back here. Looks like he's back here for another 5 minutes. Let's play it out.
So that's
one. Two, he approached me. 1 inch from my face,
Okay.
trying to intimidate me and my son.
I'm sorry. Again, was that officer 1 inch from his face to your understanding, Jamar?
Yeah, not at all. This guy's crazy.
Yeah.
Which is right here.
It's a court officer. Court officer.
Oh, okay. So now it's okay.
The who I don't
I
know.
just didn't know if it was someone that worked for me. So I was
Exactly. So you guys are going to see the video. It's going to go worldwide, and you're going to have a lot of complaints and a lot of emails after this. So hopefully this doesn't happen again. This is my son.
He said it's gonna go worldwide. My friend, you are not that important.
Oh my God, the delusion of everything with those guys, the delusion.
Totally.
Over here. We came here working on a story of the building. Okay. We're working on a story showing the people of the world. We have a lot of subscribers, a lot of people all over the world. And we happen to be almost locked up because we are recording and he didn't want to provide the name to my son. So like I said, he approached me like 6 feet. I told him 6 feet. He came close. He went into my face. He went into my son's face. He didn't. They all refused to identify until I told them to make a complaint. Now, another thing that I would like for you to do is this a proper complaint? Because he said, this is how you make complaints over here. He said, he gave me this paper, and I literally had to, because he said, this is how, is this a proper complaint?
Look at the handwriting of this Neanderthal.
Look at the face of the guy.
Williams with a Z. Aline. Pogla. Like, no. This is the actions of a self-proclaimed freedom fighter, a self-proclaimed activist, guys. Like,
yep.
Do we understand? Like, this is.
Because he said, this is how you make complaints over here. He said, he gave me this paper, and I literally had to beg and scream for them to provide the names.
Can I just ask a question?
And is this a formal complaint, brother?
I don't know what you're looking at.
Is this proper?
This is what the sergeant gave me. This is what the sergeant gave me. He said, write it down, and I'll do whatever I do from there.
Can I answer your question just so I can get clarification?
Go ahead, sir.
The problem you had was in the building?
Yes, sir.
Over there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's New York State court officers.
Okay.
They're not with the city. They work for New York State. It's
Okay.
a completely separate entity. So the court system has different rules. I don't know what their rules are, so I can't tell you. I can't tell you how their complaints work, but that's New York State courts you have an issue with, not the city of Poughkeepsie.
That's understood now. So
Okay.
now I'm
Yep.
lost and bumbo and limbo because I don't know how to redress the issue that my son had with these officers, with these court officers.
Yeah, I would say it's New York State courts. They got to have a website or online or something, but they're a separate entity from us. They just are housed in this building.
So here we don't have no complaint form. So, but why would he do this?
I don't know what their complaint form looks like.
Do you think this is appropriate, sir?
I similarly think that if there's an issue with the courts, I'm not going to comment on whether or not the courts are doing anything.
It looks like what they gave you was the officers' names. And
No, he said this is how we make formal complaints here against any officers.
Okay, I'm saying it
Get a
looks like
piece
what
of
they gave
paper,
you.
and now I had to literally scream my lungs out so I could get this, bro. Like, for real, I almost got locked up for this.
Listen, I get your frustration.
I
I'm
got
just
you, I
saying,
got you.
unfortunately, that has zero to do with it.
I understand. So we're really trying to redress it because if it happens to somebody else,
I got you.
and they're not recording, this will not be out there.
You have
know what I
nothing
mean?
to redress.
I can feel your frustration.
Exactly. So hopefully after me, they will be polite, and even if we're recording, if they don't, I know they don't like me. They don't listen.
Oh my God.
I understand. We know they don't like what we're doing. But hopefully they treat us better, even though at least act.
I got you.
At least act while you have the uniform.
Like
at
I
least.
said, they have different rules. I don't know what their rules
Is the
are.
chief of police connected with them?
Here, no, absolutely. It's completely separate. It's New York State.
It's nycourts.gov. It looks like there's a complaint form on their website.
Online?
Yes.
Okay.
You want me? I can write the website down on the back of my card for you.
That'll be great. What did you do with the card? Is it?
But in Jamar, hopefully you can see this because he said, "Oh well, I can't do it online. I have to do it in person." And now that this guy is saying, this administrator is saying, "Do it online." Yeah. Right down. Give it to me. Like, I mean, the common person you would think. Go ahead. No, I'm saying the common person I would think would be able to see that this guy is just out here just trying to get a reaction, trying to do whatever. Because this is not legitimate.
That's exactly what he's doing, just looking for a reaction.
But were they like aware at that moment, or
Because this is
just
how can they
baiting?
get away with whatever they do?
We can't speak on.
Will,
their
can you give me a
process,
I
second?
understand, but you guys are here. You know?
I'm sorry.
Just in the same building.
There's a guy talking. I'm sorry. Say it again. Expose. I'm sorry.
Sorry, no problem. Jamar, at that moment, do they know that they're just being bait into this scene?
Oh, yeah,
Or they're just
yeah.
trying their best to survive, or?
No. We understand. At this point, they know. Once they saw the cameras, they knew.
Okay.
Like I said, we deal
Okay,
with these people all
okay.
the time.
So
And
you just go with it.
Yeah, the police interact with First Amendment auditors a lot more than we do. So they see this. Sean has been on people's YouTube before, so they're used to this.
Yeah,
Okay.
like that's why he's laughing this up.
And is it like the policy to be entertaining for them, or to not just like disappear and go in a restricted area or something? Because I mean, they're dancing a lot for him. You know what I mean? I'm just asking, is it like what they're supposed to do, or they were just having a slow day and didn't mind? Or
No, I mean, I think they were trying not to escalate. That's really what we try to do. Is like, let's get them out of here. So let's give them
Okay.
what they want to get them out of here. That's what
Okay.
that's usually like my approach for things. Let me get you what you want, and then get you out of here, and be done with you. And I think that's kind of what Joe. If you notice, it's like, all right, you want me right out in the car? What else you need? I got 5 minutes. Come on, let's get this done so I can get you out of here. That's the same way and that's kind of how I approach my job in general. Like my goal, and I tell my staff this every day. Our goal every day is to figure out how to efficiently serve the residents the fastest way possible. Right.
But
I want you to get in and out.
They keep pushing the goal line over, you know what I mean? Over and over and over. It's like it's never enough. So at one point, when is it like dance, monkey dance? It's just like I'm doing a million things for you, and you know that none of them is for anything meaningful. You know, it's just for the show.
Yeah.
It's like, are they gonna do that for like 2-3 hours in a row, or like at one point there's a limit and you have to kick him out, or how much time you're supposed to entertain the village idiot? That's my question.
Not for nothing, residents in most municipalities are village idiots, and I don't mean that in any way. It's not just the auditors, right? So we deal with people, and we have to have a lot of patience dealing with people who just are not maybe like the most educated or the smartest.
I love it.
So I think that this patience is just what we deal with in general, dealing with residents.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay.
Thank you, man.
Let's play on. And then we're gonna have to, unfortunately, I do have to go. We're gonna wrap this up in about the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, me too, man. I really have to go.
Yeah.
But it
Okay,
was so
we'll wrap up this interaction, and then we'll take it from there.
Yeah, man.
You're speaking on the process. That's what you're doing right now, right?
I can speak on our process for sure. But
Okay.
I don't know. All right.
After you're done filling the complaint out, if you wanted to get back in touch with me, I'd be happy to talk to
I'm pretty sure other people's gonna get in touch with you.
Sounds good.
And hopefully this will be redressed. Maybe you can't do nothing about it because you just said it's nothing you can do about it, right?
Right.
If they don't want to identify, that's on them.
Right.
If they violate your right, that's on them.
No, that's on New York State courts.
That's on them.
A different entity. Yeah.
Exactly. Whatever they do,
Whoever
you're
their
not.
bosses are. That's what's on. Yeah.
Exactly. So I have no problem with you guys.
Okay.
It's been a pleasure.
All right, sir.
Back at you.
Take care.
All right.
I'm gonna keep on giving my people the talk.
been a
Hopefully.
As long as you
pleasure.
stay in the public areas, you're good.
That's what we do. Take care, guys. Take care. It was a pleasure meeting you, sir. But you was a little rude at the beginning, man.
I'll keep it in mind.
Take care. Yeah.
So, how was he rude? By sitting
Joe,
there?
Joe is actually extremely funny. So when he said, "I'll keep that in mind," that's Joe. That's
yeah.
funny.
I know.
It's
That's
funny.
I love it. Good delivery.
Hold on, I just have to go back. I'm sorry, I have to go back right here.
I need a FOIA request.
Okay, they're right over there on the counter.
On the
the
counter.
second tray. You can fill out a FOIA request there. Yelling and screaming is not going to happen.
How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
Not bad. Thank you for asking. Are you a police officer?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Do you have a complaint form? Oh, he's right there. That's
Oh, hey, yo, I'm so woke, but I can't. What's sir?
Good, how are you?
What was your name?
Your name?
I'm private. I'm a private citizen.
My name's Joe Donut. You care to introduce yourself or no?
Are you? Whoa. How you doing, sir?
Good. How are you?
So, how is he rude in that?
He didn't bow down. He didn't bow down.
And hopefully this will be redressed. Maybe you can't do nothing about it because you just said.
On New York State courts.
With you guys.
Okay.
It's been a pleasure.
All right, sir.
Back at you.
Take
guys-
care.
you
I'm
guys
gonna keep on
always
giving my
think
people
they-
the talk. Hopefully.
As long as you stay in the public areas, you're good.
That's what we
guys
do. That's what we
really
do.
think they need
Take
to
care,
be
guys. Take care. It was a
bowed
pleasure
down.
meeting you, sir. But you was a little rude at the beginning, man.
I'll keep it in mind.
Take care. Yeah, keep that in mind.
You know, we just get called something.
Yeah, but just be nice regardless. Take care.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, man. Have a good one.
All right.
Hey, well,
Thank you.
Down.
well,
How do I make an appointment with the mayor?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Sally Skellington makes an excellent point over there. If YouTube didn't pay Eli, he would steal for a living or something else, but he wouldn't be doing this. And that's a very good point.
Mm-hmm.
If YouTube stopped paying these guys because they're making money off of the advertising, then this would go away overnight.
Agreed.
Yeah, of course, it's a grift, and they're grifter, so you know.
Instead of getting an
Jumping
action,
from.
and I don't want to play this stereotype and say, oh, every First Amendment auditor doesn't have a job or whatever, but like people like Eli, it's like they make it clear like they do this for money. They make it very clear that is their ultimate goal.
Totally.
And also, there's no community activism connected to this. There's nothing
right.
they're doing for the people. Like, at least people like Long Island Auditor, I've seen him go to like Dalton. I've seen him go to like smaller communities and actually try to help fight for the people a little bit. You know, like these people are just here. It doesn't seem like they're doing anything for the people. They're doing everything for the grift.
Well, Sean, but don't put Sean in a positive way, because Sean is in the same category, quite frankly. He goes around, tries to bully people. He goes around like violent, frivolous.
It's just because he does it in a way that is a lot more human, you know, like so.
He's not walking around with his pants by his ankles.
And
the only thing Sean has above some of these other guys is that he's better at public relations, but they're all just
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, he showers, so that's already a big thing. He can express himself clearly. It's another big thing. He knows his craft very, very well, so it's another thing. So it's easy to believe him. It's easy to get in the thing with him. Eli, it's because he's just have none of those quality. But at the end of the day, it's the same core.
Yep.
And yeah, 100%.
Right.
It's just he does it in a way that is, you know,
what gets me is when, like
accessible.
Eli said it several times in that video, I speak for the people. Who appointed him to speak for me? I just me or anybody else I know.
Don't speak for me, Eli, please.
All right. Let's play one more video, then we're gonna wrap this up.
You can get in touch with me about that.
How do I make an appointment with the mayor? Sorry for the last question.
You can get in touch with me about that as well too.
I can make an appointment with the mayor with you?
I can connect you to the person who can make the appointment.
Great. Thank you very much. God bless you. Take care, guys.
Have a good day. We'll take you.
All right,
So now he wants to make an appointment with the mayor.
The mayor.
I think that's a great place to end it, because he goes back in the video.
Yeah.
He just pickers with your officers for a couple of hours. But I just want to just wrap this up. I just want to say, Jamar, thank you for coming on. But if you had, if this was like, let's say you were to put out a tutorial to other employees in your position that deal with these auditors, people like Eli that just show up, they're brazen, that are condescending, that are irrational. What advice would you give to? For example, I work in a private practice law firm, but we have crazy people come in all the time, and I'm kind of, I don't want to say I'm the muscle, but I'm like, oh, get the black guy and throw him out, unfortunately. So it's like, you know, I deal with people all the time, and it's like, whatever. Like, if you had advice for like employees that deal with these auditors, what would it be?
Number one, honestly, is really learn how to manage your emotions, and compartmentalize your emotions. I don't let anything that happens on my job 9 to 5 affect me to the point where it's going to cause me to be upset or angry. Mainly because I clock out at a certain time and I go home to real life. So I think I think I operate in the space of this is work. This is not my real life, and I can't let anyone like affect my emotions to the point where I'm making myself upset. So that's there. But beyond that, also like we are serving the public. I signed up to be a public servant to serve the residents of the city of Poughkeepsie. And it comes sometimes with people who are angry, and you don't know what happened that morning. They could be angry because, you know, they're homeless. They could be because they're hungry. Yeah. So I don't look at people for, you know, their emotional outbursts. I'll still try to help you through that. So, I mean, I try to just be empathetic to people who are emotional.
That's great.
And also, I was raised, but my mom is very dramatic. My mom is like,
hey, hold on, Jamar. I'm a fellow brother. So is my mother. I get it.
Yeah, I get it. Like, I was raised by a very animated Black woman who is very dramatic, and I just was raised in a space where, you know, I'm used to drama like that. So I just learned how to manage my emotions very well, and I don't let things like this you know, put a damper on my day. I will be honest, once I was pissed off, this guy did piss me off. But once the interaction was over and I was in the meeting, I kind of was like, oh, whatever. You know, I moved on with my day. I deal with disgruntled residents. I deal with people who don't agree with my politics. I deal with people who don't agree with, you know, how I live my life. So I kind of, whatever, let people be.
I love it because his comment is like everybody's going to be difficult in some way, so you adapt to them. And frauditor is only someone else with problems. So I love it.
That's a good mindset. And for
what
me,
it
it's
is.
even enlightening to me, honestly. Like, look at it
Yeah.
as what's actually going on in the person's life for them to go out and want to harass people with the camera. Like Eli,
Yeah.
like, what is Eli
Jamar,
at home?
I just want to thank you for showing up, man. That was very, very appreciated on my side.
Both our
Great,
sides. I
man.
mean, as I
Yeah,
said,
yeah, yeah.
so Exposé and I, we have YouTube channels. We put out content. Like, we put out content on these videos, and this is the ultimate point. Educating the public, talking to people that have experienced these auditors, know how to handle them. And since you handle them in such a good light, like, seriously, like, pat yourself on the back, dude. Like,
I appreciate it. Honestly, I didn't. I woke up on a Saturday to all this stuff on TikTok. None of this stuff was like.
You had no clue what was actually happening.
I didn't know what was going on. I didn't even have a TikTok account. I barely use Instagram. I'm barely on socials. So all this is very new to me. I appreciate the comments, because the YouTube video, the comments were harsh, and it was kind of like, oh, these people are crazy. But the comments on Instagram, the comments on TikTok, it makes it all worth it.
Common sense is on this side of the fence.
Yeah, I was not expecting to blow up on the internet. When I went to work that morning, that was not on my bingo card for 2025.
That was not your objective.
Yeah.
You didn't wear your best outfit and say, "Oh, I'm gonna be on camera today."
They didn't catch me with a suit on that day.
Oh, you did a great job, though. Yeah,
I really appreciate it.
And I mean it. Hopefully more people see. Like government employees, like people that these auditors target, will see your video and how you handled it, and will act accordingly. I think it's great.
Yeah, like just don't let people ruin your day. Honestly, especially if there's people you don't know, you'll never see them again. They don't know. I don't let people who I don't know ruin my day. I don't.
Exactly it. Yeah.
No, my family, my friends, people I date, they can ruin my day. People in my
that
life
actually
that matter.
Exactly,
A stranger,
it's the same thing I say
with the camera. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I say the same thing. Like when you're a content creator, like, there's people with drama on the internet that want to like ruin everything. They want to like get in your face, like make this internet stuff real life. And I'm like, my mentality is like yours. Like my family, like my fiance, my parents, they can ruin my day, whatever. But like the internet, like that's not my real life. Like I do this for fun, not for real life. So it is what it is. But we're gonna wrap this up. Jamar, hey Jamar, and I put this comment up. GJM says Jamar's awesome. I'd love to see him make more appearances.
Awesome.
You are a friend. You are a friend of all of us. If you ever want to,
Thank you.
you have my number. You have my email. Oh, no, you don't have my email.
Yeah, man. You have another story, anything? Please.
That if you just want it, like we can, like if you want to help us commentate on videos of some other auditors in the future, like totally, dude. Like you, especially since you have that firsthand experience witnessing these guys. You're an expert now. You're an expert. So
you're in the zone now.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Honestly, I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Appreciate you giving us the time. So we're gonna wrap this stream up, guys. Like, we got, I have people waiting for me downstairs, so we're gonna wrap this up. Everybody have a great night. Thank you all so much for supporting us. Jamar, again, thanks for coming. David, Exposer, Frauditor. I'm Frauditor, maybe. I'm saying goodbye to myself. I'm tired. I just moved states.